Hi guys, so this is question number 5 of InMo 2026. In this, we have to make a triangle using the lines L1, L2, L3. So let's say this is the triangle ABC that we are getting using L1, L2 and L3. And we have to use the transformation, that is we have to reflect the point about the lines L1, L2 and L3. Like if I say this point Pijk is the transformation, if we reflect it first with a I, then line J, then K. Let's say if I considering a point P reflecting about L2, we get a point P2. We are reflecting about L2, we get a point P2. Now when we reflecting it with a line L1, this P2 is reflected with the line L1, we get P21. We get a point P21. And we have to do further reflection of P21 about L3. But let's see before that what we can get from here. वी वांट टू प्रूव दैट, हमें प्रूव करना है कि जो पॉइंट्स हैं वो कंसाइक्लिक होंगे अगर पी ऑर्थोसेंटर हो जाए ना। पी ऑर्थोसेंटर होने का मतलब हमें ये प्रूव करना है कि बी पी इज परपेंडिकुलर टू ए सी पी इज परपेंडिकुलर टू ए बी एंड ए पी इज परपेंडिकुलर टू बी सी. सो वी वांट टू प्रूव दिस काइंड ऑफ अ रिजल्ट, राइट. वी वांट टू प्रूव दिस थिंग. तो मीन्स हमें बी पॉइंट को इन्वॉल्व करना था. तो मैं अगर पहले बी पॉइंट पे, जैसे हमने P को रिफ्लेक्ट करा P2 पे, तो हम कह सकते हैं कि BP2 इज इक्वल टू BP होगा, क्योंकि ये परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर बन गया हमारे पास. AB क्या हो गया, P2 का परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर. तो PB जो होगा वो P2 B के इक्वल हो जाएगा. सिमिलरली जब हम P2 को रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे अबाउट L1, तो ये लाइन L1 इसका परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर होगी. तो मैं कह सकता हूँ P2B किसके इक्वल हो जाएगा, P21B. तो मीन्स P2 और P21 सभी B पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पे लाई करते हैं. वैसे ही अगर मैं P को रिफ्लेक्ट करता हूँ अबाउट L1, अगर हम P को रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं अबाउट L1 तो हमें P1 पॉइंट मिलता, और P1 को अगर हम रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं अब L2 के अबाउट, हमें P12 पॉइंट मिलेगा ना. तो अगर अब फिर से B के क्रॉसपॉन्डिंग डिस्टेंसेस देखें, P, P1, P12 दे आर इक्वल. सो इनफैक्ट B जो है वो इन सभी पॉइंट से इक्वल डिस्टेंस पे आ रहा है. BP2, BP, BP21, BP12 और BP1. तो इन सभी का सेंटर क्या हो गया, B हो गया. So we have B is at equal distance from all the points, right? And in fact from this diagram it looks like that BP will be the perpendicular bisector of this line, because B is already at a equal distance from P12 and P21, and P also looks like at the same distance from P12 and P21. So if we prove that, then we can say PB is a perpendicular bisector, BP is a perpendicular bisector of P12 and P21. Now let's see P and P12 line. So this line P12 line is a part of this trapezium or this quadrilateral. Isn't it? P1, P12, P2 quadrilateral. And if you see that this line PP2 is perpendicular to AB, and in fact P12 is also perpendicular to AB. So you can say these two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel. And the second thing is both the lines PP2 and this P1, P12 bisected by AB. No? In fact, this is perpendicular to AB and also bisected by AB. Both the lines are bisected by AB. So this AB bisect these two lines. So can we say that P2 P12 and P1 must be equal? Means it is a isosceles trapezium. Like if I draw it here, we have a two lines bisected by the line, parallel line bisected by the third line. So can we say that it must be isosceles trapezium, because this part is equal to this is equal to this, right, and they are parallel. So this must be equal to this one. So it is isosceles trapezium. And in isosceles trapezium, the diagonals are equal, isn't it? The diagonals are equal. So in our trapezium, the diagonal one is P1 P2 should be equal to P1. Similarly, we can prove that P1 is parallel to P2 P21, and also it is the isosceles trapezium. So from there we can see the diagonal, means I'm talking about P1 P P2 P21 quadrilateral. It is a trapezium again, and the diagonal P1 P2 should be equal to P21. So you can see from these two we can say P is this P12 is equal to P21, right? So B is at equal distance from P12 and P21. P also at equal distance from P12 and P21. So we get BP is a perpendicular bisector of P12 and P21. So similarly, we can say that if there is any other point rather than P, if there is a some point Q, and we do the reflection of Q with respect to AB and BC, right? And then means for a Q also we do the same things, like can we say Q21 and Q12? For Q1 Q2 BP will be the perpendicular bisector by the same way. So basically I'm going to use this to say that if I take a reflection of P, if I take a reflection of P about AC, that is P3, then we can say that if we take the reflections of P3 about L1 and L2, we get the points P3 1 2 or P3 2 1. So by the same logic we can say BP will be perpendicular, sorry, BP3 will be perpendicular to that line segment P3 1 2 and P3 2 1. Like if I draw P3 1 2 and P3 2 1, then BP3, if we connect BP3, will be the perpendicular bisector of this line. I hope this is clear. As we saw that for a P point, if we take a reflection of P about line 1 and line 2, we get these 2 points, and then we say that P1 to P21 line is perpendicular, BP is perpendicular bisector of that. Same logic, if we go for a P3, if we take a reflection of P3 about line 1 and line 2, right, then you will get these 2 points. So using the same geometry we can say this is also true. BP3 is a perpendicular bisector of P312 and P321, BP3. Okay. And one more thing that we can do is, if we take a reflection of this B P12 and P21, the reflection of P12 is P123 when we reflect it on a L3 line. This is our L3 line. And similarly this one becomes P213, the reflection of P21. P12 becomes P123, P21 becomes 213, and B becomes B dash, and P becomes P3. The reflection of B is B dash, the reflection of P is P3. Now as we know that BP is a perpendicular bisector of P1 to P21, can we say that as this it is just a reflection of these this we can say diagram about AC. So B dash P3 will be perpendicular bisector of P123 and P213, this line. Now let's see the final point in this. We have all these 4 points, P123213, P312, P321, all lies on a circle. Na? We assume the first case when they all lies on a circle, then their perpendicular bisector must be concurrent. Na? Then the perpendicular bisector must be concurrent. So the perpendicular bisector of this line is that BP3, and the second line, this one is B dash P3. Okay, so they must be concurrent. So one possibility that uh, their intersection can be P3, means center is either P3, or another possibility may be this P3, B and B dash may be collinear. In that case, we can say that the center lies on this line but not a P3, it lies on this line BB dash. Okay, so if P3 is a center, that cannot be correct, because as we do this for a point B, we can same do for a point A as well as C, right? In means like we get a P3 center in this case, then you will get P1 center in one case and P2 center in the another case. If we go for a with respect to A point as well as C, like we go for a B, so this cannot be true, right? So ultimately we can say that this line must be, so we have B and P3, B, P3 and B dash on a same line. So ultimately means P3 should P should also be a same line. P, P3, B and B dash on a same line, because the reflection of P is P3, reflection of B is B dash. So if B, P3 and B dash lie on a same line, so ultimately P also lies on a same line, right? And you know that BB dash, we know BB dash is perpendicular to AC. Similarly, AA dash is perpendicular to BC, and so BB dash perpendicular to BC means BP is perpendicular to AC, and AP is perpendicular to BC. So ultimately we can say P is the orthocenter, right? So this is the one way when we have a concyclic, we can say P is the orthocenter. Now if we go for the opposite way, that if P is the orthocenter, if P is orthocenter, then definitely we can say these are collinear. If P is the orthocenter, then BP, P3, B dash are collinear, right? And we can say that the perpendicular bisector, or we can say as P is the orthocenter, so orthocenter is the center of this circle. So you can draw a circle passing through P123, P213, P312, P321, the remaining two. Now if we consider the opposite case, that if we start with P is the orthocenter, means if P is H, means P is H, then we can say that BH is perpendicular to this AC. So reflection of B dash and the reflection of H, let's say it is P3, so they are collinear, right? Or we know that B dash P3 is the perpendicular bisector of these 2 points, and H also lies on the perpendicular bisector of these 2 points. So H P123 is equal to H P213. So similarly, same thing we can do for the other points. So ultimately we have H is at equal distance from all the points, all the 6 points. So we can say that H is the center, or we can say these points are cyclic.